Some people live in the city. Some people live in the country. Others live in the mountains. Me? I live on an island. Long Island. Most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card and charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
Wow.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hardy when sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. You know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Let's live.
Hey there, islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
And we're here.
And we're here.
Hey, it's the Gagootz.
I don't see us, but I know we're on.
I hear the applause.
Oh, there we are. Yay.
Here we are.
It's a house party.
It's a house party. It's a house party today, everybody.
Party.
The white guy.
That's right, Robert over there.
A Gagootz party. He called it a Gagootz party.
I call it a Gagootz.
The Gagootz.
There you
You
go.
gotta grab someone. Gagootz.
All right, guys, we have over here. We've
His
got
arm is gonna hit
Mambo.
Over here, yeah.
Over here.
Just see me with Benny, like we're two challenged people here.
All right, actor,
I love you,
producer,
I love you too, Benny.
director. They have Janice Massetti. They're headlining New York City comedians, and they have their own. You can go with their first episode on YouTube, The Fakakta Show.
Fakakt.
Fakakt.
She's so funny. You've worked with a lot of Jews. Fakakt.
Yeah. Fakakta. So it's The Fakakt Show.
We're going to show a little clip of that in a
We
little
have a
in a
clip
little
of that. We're going to show
We have a
you
clip
and
of the
everything. And then here's Mezzy over here.
Oh,
Mezzy
yay.
over here. Okay.
And this is Mama Nance over here. Don't get it
Yeah,
wrong.
Mama Nance.
Wait, as we say in Love and Hip Hop, Mama Dukes.
All right now. And of course, the original Gagootz, the OG. All right.
The old Gagootz.
The OG Gagootz.
The OG
The
guy.
Gagootz.
She said
original
brilliant.
something.
Brilliant, I say.
Oh, God, look at him. He's like Dr. Howell over here.
Oh, by the way, the Knicks are playing in an hour. Go Knicks!
Yeah.
Come on, Knicks!
My friend actually told me I can't watch it because the last time I did watch the last show, the last game I watched, the Knicks didn't win. So he said I can't.
Oh, that was the last
Don't watch.
two
Can't
games.
watch it.
2 quarters.
I know, but I want us to win so
I
bad.
was on stage and I said, thank God my spot was intermission because the walls had life-size basketball going on.
Oh, God.
2 walls, humongous. I looked like I was a land of little people. You know when you look it up?
And you were
know what I
competing
mean?
against the
I was
Knicks?
like, oh my God. I go, guess what? My spot is during intermission. Perfect. I said,
wanna
don't
drink
worry.
my
I
Oh,
won't.
God, we have wine this time?
Yeah, we have wine. We
It's
have.
probably Manischewitz from the synagogue.
Crackers. The olives are delicious here at the Gagootz
Delicious.
show.
You need some salt with the.
Is that
with the
good?
water.
Yeah, that's good. So I wanted to hear, so wait, you guys do a podcast together?
We just, well, listen,
Oh.
some relationships are romantic, ours is not romantic.
But how did you guys
Definitely
meet
not
then?
romantic.
Ron is like
I'm not
loving that camera.
18 years old. But,
So how did you guys meet then?
I've known him.
Great question.
First of all, I've been alive for 61 years, okay? So I've been, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Stop applauding, we're not at the home yet. Okay, so look at him. Wait, we got food with this gig from the home.
Jesus.
He gave us crackers.
but-
Take your teeth out, Benny. Take your teeth out. Oh my God, you want to give us some food? She came here for the food.
Me? I came for the food. Oh my God. I came for the Gagootz.
I came for the food and the company. You came for the wine.
Oh yes. the
But
wine,
you know what
exactly.
the Jewish girl's favorite wine is? I gotta go to Florida. You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, you
You're
guys
getting
didn't know each
chubby,
other.
huh?
You guys didn't know each other for 61 years, obviously.
I've been doing stand-up for over 30 years already.
30 years.
So I've known a lot of people. Some I don't know anymore. I don't want to know them anymore. Some of them, I will stand by them for the rest of my life. And take a train for an hour and a half.
What a schlep that was.
With two mules
No,
and
it
a
was
train. It was great.
Good. It was good. Like the Express when you go to Massapequa, a little note to you.
You gotta
folks.
go to Long Island Railroad.
You don't want to get stuck in Jamaica. It'll be
Okay,
another 20
we went
minutes.
straight to it. It's okay. We picked her up in Jamaica.
So that's a fact.
And Queens, my mother will be happy. She was born in Astoria.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
See, all right. My
So,
friend's
long story short, I had a show at Broadway Comedy Club for many years, which I'm not doing anymore. But when I was doing it, I called him up because he always wore like a crazy suit. Look at his shirt.
Yeah.
Look at his shirt.
Oh, wow.
You
Like
guys
he's
remember
9.
that?
Yeah.
But I'm not. It's like he's 9. Okay.
I'll get the close up. Hey!
Hey!
Oh my God, is that a brand new shirt? Like that's got to be like.
I
right
don't
off
wear
the
it
press.
much except to the Gagootz show and other
A
events.
shirt like this makes you look thinner. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because it's so fucking busy, you can't even pay attention to what's going on. Okay. So when I called him, I go, "You got to wear your pungy suit." He hadn't. What happened was a lot of times after, especially COVID, a lot of people weren't, getting back into the groove, and there were people I really want to see. So if I really liked you and I want to see, I called you up going, "You're local, get your ass over here." And I said, "Wear your suit," and he did, and that was it. And he was like, "I'm sorry, I pulled you back in."
No, it was great. It was great. I love it.
That was it. And then
There's so many good things
and
about
then when
stand-up.
you hang out with
She was one
somebody,
of
you
them.
see how many
No.
people.
Well, what do you mean
have in
pulled you back
That's
in?
nice.
Well, because I've done a lot of stand-up, but I realized I'm mostly an actor and a producer, and so I did a lot of stand-up. But after a while, I was like, I can't take it. It's just so hard.
I'm
the
an actor
stand-up
first.
world.
He's
you know?
an actor first, but
Yeah.
because you have stand-up, it gives you
Yeah.
opportunity just to be on
Stand-up
stage.
is good. It's really good, but it
It's
can
good.
overdo it. You can
Yeah.
overdo it, and then it starts
Why
to
you scream?
beat you down. It starts to beat you down. So
I'm losing
so
everything.
I
but
don't
my
do a lot
hearing.
of stand-up, but she would get in touch and say, "Hey, Ron, come down and do a set," because she had this place, and so then we became friends there. And then after
But
that,
I knew you for years.
she would make me laugh on the phone, as she probably has with you, just talking.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
don't talk to
I was just
nobody.
like, I'm listening to her.
She don't want any confrontation. She don't want nothing. I don't want. I'm like, I know you're in your house, bitch. What the fuck? You don't answer the phone. What is she, Puerto Rican? What the fuck? Mira, look in the mirror. Answer the phone. I'm outside banging on the door. You don't talk to nobody. I couldn't take the call. I was in the casino. What?
So that's actually a real reason.
Well, that's really
That's
true.
a real
I
reason.
made that up.
Yeah, lucky necklace on. Yeah, that's actually really true.
I'm like, oh, I gotta call no ways.
I know my people.
Yeah.
And we didn't introduce Prince. We say hi to
Oh, this is
Prince. Say hi, Prince.
So this would be like a therapy dog.
No,
No,
let me tell you what
obviously.
happened. My niece, my husband, God bless him, rest his soul, he was Puerto Rican. And we had a pit bull together. And I had pocket poodles my whole life. And I just didn't want to go through the loss of a dog again. It's like, oh, it's worse than your friends who fucked you over.
It's so true.
So my niece, my husband's niece, calls me up. She goes, "I'm getting like a Corso." I go, "What is that?" I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She goes, "You got to go to the." It was right when COVID was 33%. She goes, "You got to go to the airport with like a drug deal." I went. She goes, "My future mother-in-law is going to Israel. She'll meet you." And I'm there. She goes, "Give me a picture of your face with the mask on so she knows who you are." I go, "What is this, a drug deal?" So, give me a fucking dog. Give me a dog. So I get the dog, and she got a 150-pound dog, and then she got one of those puggy dogs. They don't breathe good.
Oh, you guys swap dogs?
No, I didn't even want a dog. I had to pick her up at the airport, and he ended up, he needed his leg amputated. He's got no
he's only
teeth
got
and no
3
balls.
legs.
Other than that, he's a prize.
That's my
Like,
future
I need
right
this.
there.
I need this extra expense.
Right.
But he's
Oh,
such a good puppy.
He's so good. He loves
So
me. I don't
good.
know. I feed him good. I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Very
Well,
well
and
managed.
they're loyal.
And he's
That's
bilingual.
good. What other language does he speak?
What, Spanish?
Oh, okay. And so obviously you picked up Spanish.
Well, a little bit, but I'm a Spanish Jew, and my parents, we never spoke Spanish in my house.
No.
My father's ancestors were from Spain.
I was
That's
gonna-
why my last name is Bassetti, and people talk about Jews in front of me all the time. I go, "What are you doing?" They go, "You're Italian, right?" I go, "No, you fucking idiot." I'm a Spanish Jew.
Wait, so do you speak any like Jew? Like, do you speak? Any
Do I speak Jew? Jew
Jewish.
code?
Like, no, all right, no, see, that's I meant Jewish.
I do.
Yes.
I said there's a
Yiddish.
sale in my
Yiddish.
shopping department. I want to get you a bed. A confidence
She's
bed.
made so many deals so far and gotten tons of stuff for our show.
That's
She
who I
is.
am.
The
So,
Jewish
yeah,
gene
let's
is
talk-
strong.
Oh yeah, we gotta go back to the
Thank God.
show.
Let's talk about this
Sidetrack.
Oh,
show.
what show? Oh, yeah,
Forgot.
go.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah, forgot.
So you
Now,
got,
what
you guys met
what is
30 years
fakak?
ago.
What is fakak?
Okay,
mean?
first of all, it's a Yiddish word. Fakakt. Hey,
It's
this
food.
guy's a mess. He's
Oh, no.
fakakt. 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 You fakakt. Hey, fakakt.
Sure it is.
And it also
I
doubled
have
up
to,
as
Sure,
a
it's
I have to
so
work with
many
the
things.
Schmendrick. He's fakakt.
Oh, my God.
It doubled up as a possible curse if you
So-
like squint your eyes.
It's just, first of all, I love the word. I think it's hilarious.
Right.
Okay?
The word fakak.
Yeah,
The
and-
fakak.
and-
Fakak was hilarious.
It
the one
ain't-
you're talking about,
We
see-
don't have merch like this yet.
Oh, my God.
Talk to
Okay.
Bobby. Talk to Bobby.
We're getting this.
I know Nancy. I don't know Bobby.
We love the Gagootz
Oh,
show.
Bobby's the bomb. He's got
Bobby
everything.
McGee.
No, Bobby does all this in the other room. He does. He
She's
can
the
make
best. The best
everything.
part of you is Nancy. You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I better have.
Now
Better
wipe
have.
this drool and let's keep it moving.
They're great. They're great.
I think I am.
See, if you guys ever come into the city, which I know it's a schlep.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I know your son is busting his ass. Like, bless you.
Oh.
Sneeze on the truth. I mean, I know you guys don't come in as much as you would like to because I'm from Long Island and it is a schlep. And now with the parking and the tolls and your mother's ass, it's a lot.
Oh, we would only come in by train.
Yes.
And that was an easy
Still,
train
it's
ride.
not-
Easy train
it's
ride.
not, you
How
know.
it
We'll
goes.
probably come in to see
My
Ryan
son
and
is
you know
in the
what.
city almost every night.
Oh, really?
I know, that's
Performing
why.
everywhere.
Whose couch is he
Yeah.
staying
Now
on?
he's doing
Yeah.
his own. Is doing.
No,
his
he
own
comes back
producing.
home.
He's
Oh.
doing a
I mean, he's
show.
trying to get me on one of his shows. I
Yeah.
know him forever.
Oh yes. All right. As a matter of fact.
Look
I
up.
was gonna
Wait a
say,
minute,
I can't imagine how many friends you guys got that he's like, you're like, okay, guys, you're like, all right, Ryan, and we have one more friend that you got to squeeze in there, like,
he,
right?
He
No,
used to
no,
come to
but-
my mic. He used to come to
Ryan,
my mic.
Ryan
okay.
knows jazz.
And he knew if he came through me and he got okay, he'd be okay for the rest of his life.
Anyway, look, we have a flyer of Ryan Rizzuti's show that's
Ryan's
coming up
flyer.
in August 1st.
Yes.
Oh,
August
nice.
1st.
And
Show that flyer.
Did Bohemia or
with
whatever?
no,
No,
it's
it's
in
Governor's.
Livertown in the Giggle Room.
Oh, nice.
Where you did you and
Baby
you both
Gagootz is
did
in the Giggle Room.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Here
you
we go.
guys
We're gonna
were,
show it. No, not David. That's Janice
that's
has an open mic.
Janice's. That's
My
Janice.
open mic now is
That's
at Ron's
Ryan.
$1.5
All right.
apartment.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
Ryan.
Listen. The show is called "You Paid for This," and it's Friday, August 1st at 8 p.m. And
Ryan, you lucky son of a bitch.
well, what Ryan said to me, if Janice says something like, "How come I'm not on that
I
show?"
didn't say that.
But say
I
it.
said you can put me on in one of your shows. I didn't
All right.
say how
Well-
come I'm not on it. I would never ask that
All right.
because
No.
sometimes people fall down and
Well,
they hit their head.
Will you shut the hell up for 2 minutes? Listen, Ryan
you
said,
want
tell
to.
Janice he would like you to headline that show.
Oh. Oh my God, we just asked her right here. All right, Janice, what's your answer?
What date is it?
It's a Friday, 8 p.m.
What's the date?
What's the date though?
August 1st.
I'm there.
Done. You got your answer, Ryan.
August 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost August.
No, it's not even June yet.
Oh, okay.
You got June, July. You guys-
She's like, all right,
I got
that
a
sounds
couple months to prepare my set.
It's too
Maybe,
much.
if he has anything like this, I'll be there early.
The charcuterie.
This is
You
what
have
I'm
better.
Well, don't
You know,
worry.
I have
Nancy and
more-
Betty will make sure they got that in the backstage.
I have more cheese. I didn't put
Listen,
it all
I
out.
don't hang out with ultra skinny people. You're the token, okay?
Oh, okay.
You're a token because if you see, we like food here.
Yes, I like
You go, hey, you eat it. I'm good. I'm good.
No, we have more than that.
I got
is
wine.
more.
She's happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I got the wine. I'm like, yes, that's good.
Oh my God! I thought you'd have Chinese food. No, I'm Spanish Jew.
All right, listen.
A
You
chicken,
guys-
maybe we could have some chicken.
Tell us
take
some
a
more
ride.
about. Tell us some more about the Fakak
We're
show.
gonna, if
with
you
that.
guys, you tell me when you guys want to come in for real,
Yeah.
because we do it on a Wednesday. Maybe you want to catch a Broadway show on a Wednesday
Yeah.
and then come to us.
Yeah.
Whatever. Even if you just want to come and hang.
Yeah.
Him and I, we're people.
Yep.
We're people person, whatever you are.
That makes sense. They're people.
Both
And the
hosts.
sick part
Keep
is,
talking.
Hosts,
the
stand-up
sick part
hosts.
is he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And we got an eclectic
Benny's
group of
getting
friends.
more food.
So if you come over and we talk, it's like we're cooking. We have a guy cooking, Alan, who's
Yep,
great.
yep.
We have a guy who is producing, who's never done it before in his life, which I haven't pulled out on my hair yet. And it's like a work in progress. But when we have great people,
Yeah. And we shoot it at my place in my
And-
apartment, so it's
Oh,
easy.
nice.
So the
Oh, it's
cost is
gorgeous.
way
Oh,
down.
Oh, it's
The
part.
cost is way down.
but you know, like I'll come and clean the house, which I
Yeah.
don't do mine.
She's done. Yeah, she's
I
done
will-
amazing. The place is
Why are you
perfect.
screaming?
I
You
don't
deaf.
know. I don't know.
And I'm like an old Jewish couple, except we'll never, like, you know, we'll never consummate the marriage.
Yes.
I thought that's what old Jewish couples did. I thought
They
they
just
never
stay
consummated.
on.
Right. I thought they never consummated marriage. I thought that's how it works.
That's what I would do. They're gonna show the blood stain.
Oh my god.
And
That's
don't-
actually horrible. Now I'm like,
He's obviously never seen Fiddler on the Roof.
I don't.
oh god, that's like a 4-hour movie.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no. It's much shorter than The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh god, yeah, no, I can't watch that. That is like too close.
You're
to
right
reality.
there. I hope we're not using all the crackers for the next show.
The wine is delicious. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So
Yeah,
where do
this
you?
one
So
is
you?
good.
So you said it's in your apartment. Where's your apartment?
It's,
Obviously don't give the exact place.
That's all
For
right.
like
That's all right,
Midtown.
even if I did that.
It's in the heart of
Manhattan.
everything that's going on.
Would you like
46.
Midtown,
Oh,
46 and
great.
8.
Water?
46 and 8.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got-
right
I
in the
got-
middle, right in
okay.
Manhattan, yeah. It's
So
really
what?
nice.
So you were like, you know what? When you guys came, so how did you
So I
guys come
always-
up with the concept?
Yeah. Well, I always wanted to shoot something in there because it's a great spot and I'm a performer. Thank you. And I always wanted to do something up there, but I needed the right person. And literally, she was making me laugh so hard for a good hour on the phone. I'm like, you know what? You are so. I knew you were funny, but
And he's
I
on
didn't know
the
you were
toilet.
this.
They're always
funny.
on the toilet.
I'm like, why don't we do a show
I'm like,
up
are you
my
in the
place?
bathroom? He goes, how'd you know? You're so
listen,
observant.
We start off the show and we do the interviews. She's hilarious.
Keep a straight face with
She's
her.
hilarious. No, she's hilarious. So we start off the show and we do interviews, but then we want to get into like music and cooking and anything. We want to do stuff in the bedroom, sex in the bedroom. That's what we're getting to.
Sex.
Like
Wait,
not
you guys
sex.
gonna have sex
Like
in the
sex
I don't know
bedroom?
if we're
talk,
going
like-
to, but we're
like
gonna.
Dr. Ruth
Yeah,
talk.
like
you
Dr.
know?
Oh, I was like, wait, so you guys are gonna consummate this? Okay,
No.
I'm totally tuned in now.
It depends what the network will pay.
No, I get consummated soup.
Whatever the network says.
So now your show is
Yes.
like a real show, though. You
it's
have
getting there. It's
except for
we're
a band. The only thing is,
and the next thing is we get
He
piano.
plays the
We want.
piano,
I
though.
play piano. We get.
Yes,
we
wow.
get comedians like doing performances. So it's actually what I've always envisioned is because of the Hugh Hefner show. If you've ever seen that, way back when he would have guests around and they would all. I don't know.
Playboy After Dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that. I don't want it, of course, just like that, because we're for
A
cocks.
variety
Because
show.
we're
We
for
have
cocks, we're
we have
comedy.
such a diverse
So you're
friendship
for
with so many
right.
people.
So it's a
All right.
mix.
I have. You brought that up. I'm sorry, Nancy. I have to go off on one of my little stories.
Oh boy.
Story alert.
Start the
Playboy
clock. Start the clock.
So,
Get the crackers.
Get it. There's more crackers. All right, listen.
Gagootz.
Gagootz is hilarious.
Playboy After Dark had the Grateful Dead on one time.
They should be grateful that
And
they.
what the Grateful Dead did was they dosed the coffee and everything with LSD.
Oh God.
And they tell the story that when they left, Hugh Hefner was up against the wall with his eyes bugging out of his head. He was like, "So long, thanks for coming," and everybody was all and
That's
back then,
funny.
LSD.
Back then, he wasn't the one drugging. He was drugging everybody else.
Right.
So he wasn't used to the drug.
He
They
wasn't
must have
used
been
to
like this, like, what the hell happened?
Right.
They drugged
And
me.
LSD was legal at that time.
Oh.
So because the military was experimenting
LSD was
with
But his
legal?
best
I don't
friend,
think it was
his best friend at the Playboy Mansion was a
Fundamental,
doctor.
por favor.
Fact check. We got a fact check
Fact
right
check.
now. Because
Let's
Gagootz-
see.
Supposedly
Fact
they had a
check.
relationship.
I'm fact checking,
I
don't
don't
worry. But I
think
think that he's right though.
LSD.
There was a point where LSD was
LSD.
legal because they were testing it on people's brains.
Yes, it
So
was
was
legal.
I got you though.
They didn't have any.
But it wasn't in the
It
60s
just came
when I
out.
was in Woodstock.
Yes, it was legal then.
No wonder.
I know. She's like, that was a great experience.
And that's why the
Oh.
Grateful Dead never got arrested for it, because it was legal. They were dosing, they were putting it in cake, on the icing,
Aye,
on
man.
everything.
Yeah, it was legal to produce, use, and research LSD until the 1960s.
Oh, until
Until
the
what
60s.
year did it
Until
say?
the 60s.
Yeah, I think so. In 1968, the U.S. classified LSD as a
68.
Schedule 1 drug.
Well, it hallucinates. You can have hallucinogenic.
Yeah, definitely.
What about mushrooms?
Oh,
I
think they are. I've seen
I love mushrooms in omelets.
So
Well,
that was my story. That's it. So in fact check.
Well said.
It's
well
true.
said.
Yeah, that was
Great
all
story.
fact check,
For
yeah.
Benny.
Very
For
entertaining
Benny and the
story.
Jets.
That-
Also, mushrooms, they are legal by location.
So is weed.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I got you.
Listen,
All right.
I'm going
You don't even
tomorrow.
like the smell of marijuana. You don't take much.
She don't like to smell your farts either, and she married me.
And he still smokes cigarettes.
I can't.
no.
Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Like one after the other, like I couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
And they just
But because I made everybody in my family quit, and I was the one smoking. When I go to my parents' house, they'd say, we have to leave your closet open because it reeks of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Your clothes, everything reeks of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
That's what made you just be like, I'm
That's
done.
why we have separate bedrooms.
and then you have to learn how to vape.
That vaping, I think vaping is worse, but I don't know. What do I?
Ryan's a vapor.
It makes you smoke more.
But Ryan doesn't vape tobacco.
That's the way to do it,
No.
baby. That's how you gotta do it. But wait, so now, because you know what, now I'm interested, because you said that you started off and you were like, I'm more of an actor. So are there anything
No,
that
well,
you-
I came from musical theater where people help each other. The difference between
Yeah,
musical
they help
theater.
each other, like interrupting her question to me.
All right, this is great, by the way. I'm telling you guys, the people will be tuned in to see you guys consummate this marriage. I'm just...
Oh,
I
pay-per-view, pay-per-view.
We will pay. We will pay
All
for
right.
that view.
I'll
Venmo.
pay not to watch.
All right, listen.
Venmo us.
We have a clip, and we have like a trailer.
You were in the middle of asking him a question.
All right, answer the
Oh, yes,
question.
yeah.
Why are you guys screaming at me?
I
Oh
wanted
my
to know, so
God.
because you
And
said
I
that
have
you
my
started off
hearing
as
aids.
actor,
I know,
like
I
acting.
can't-
I wanted to know, like, is there any projects that you're in now,
I
like
have two-
recently?
Well, that's good that you asked that question. May I answer?
Go ahead.
Okay, I am in 2 movies on Amazon. One is called Bobby Mortal, and it's about a comedian on the downslope of his career. And the second one is called God's Will, and it's about 2 priests or preachers who leave their flock to go and experience life outside of the religion.
Are you one of the priests?
I'm one of the priests.
Oh my God, we gotta tune in. I can totally see you as a priest. I'm not-
really?
I
Can you
totally
see that?
it.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Not the diddling part though, just to be really clear.
Before or after consummate.
Right.
But Ryan has actually been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I've done a lot. I've done a lot of
lot of
stuff.
stuff.
Not big. People, it's sometimes embarrassing when I'm saying I'm an actor and people are like, "What have I seen you in?" There's really the only thing that I've really of any note was in a movie called Suing the Devil, which no one here's heard of. But the actor in it was the guy from oh my God, the Kubrick movie. He's such a great actor too. He's an English actor. But the Kubrick movie is Clockwork Orange, Malcolm McDowell.
Oh,
so Malcolm McDowell, which
okay.
you've heard of him,
Of course.
he's the lead of this movie that I was in LA. That's the only name drop that I can really do.
Malcolm
That's a
McDowell.
big deal.
Well, he's a huge one. Yeah, come on, give it up, give it up.
Let's hear it for the boy.
That was good. And you know what I want to say? Because you know what people be like, oh well, you like when I say I'm an actor and people are like, well, what have I seen you in?
Yep.
And that makes you might feel like, oh well, I think the mark of an actor is somebody who's been like, listen, I don't care about I didn't land that huge role, but I kept going. And so you have probably a lot of films under your belt. So
Absolutely.
that's like a big deal. You
Absolutely.
just do that. You're like, oh yeah, I'm on 2 in Prime, by the way, and I play the priest. I mean, come on, dog.
And
Come
I'm in
on.
Tony Island.
It is a weird thing though when people start. Most people are very cool about it, but sometimes they ask you that question. I don't think they're being rude about it or anything.
They just don't
that's
know.
just natural
Right.
for them to ask that question.
I was the best stand-up tomato there was.
Yeah, but and then you start questioning yourself, like, yeah, what movies have they seen you in?
Oh, right.
And those movies are actively right now on Prime.
They're on Prime. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Yeah, go if
That
you
is
can.
awesome.
Bobby Mortal and God's Will.
Okay, yeah, no, we gotta be tuned in. I know
Absolutely,
you
I
said
would
that.
love
Do
it.
we have a clip of their show? Is that what you were gonna show?
Yeah, you want to see the clip?
Are you going to interrupt eating?
We have a clip. It's
I'm not
called.
skinny. I eat.
I'm talking about us.
Oh.
You're not included in this
I
one.
do eat.
In the food part.
We have a video, the peacock.
Yes.
I want to see the Fakat show.
With,
There might be a
It's
consummation.
not a cock where you
lay on
Damn it, I'm very excited. Damn it,
The
for the
peacock.
consummation.
The peacock with Janice and Ron.
Yeah.
That's my Bitcoin bag.
Hi, welcome to the Cock Show. How are you?
So come on.
Back again.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Janice, what do we got today? The whole audience was like dead. They were all in a crypt. And this woman comes out and I saw her. And I'm really good at picking talent, by the way. That's how I found Janice. And I realized, immediately when I saw this woman talking, I'm like, she's got talent. That's the talent. I grabbed her. We became friends.
You sound like a stalker. You know that, right?
Yeah, there was
Listen, then we went in a white van.
No.
when you're a man, this is what goes on.
No, ain't no commercial. We don't have commercial. Hey, we're back. All right.
Like this is union. We got a commercial break. There's a black person do a hair. What the fuck?
No, but I really like how you guys set up your show because it's like in your living room.
Let us know when you
Yeah,
get out
yeah.
of Queens and you
Lucky.
guys want to come.
Lucky.
Yeah,
we're lucky.
absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
you can
very
bring,
much.
and we can have Ryan. Tell Ryan I want him on my show
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah.
before August.
Right. So when do you guys book people? Like, how do you book your?
Well,
Yeah.
usually we try to do it for every week, right?
Yep, every week.
He got like the guy. He goes. This one also does like food tasting with his friend Alan.
I do an online show.
I've been
like
watching you.
Yeah, I do a web
Food
show.
tasting, what do you mean?
A web show where I go into restaurants and we talk with the owners and we find out about their foods and
I
what
mean, you
their
know.
specials, everything about them, and then we eat for free and then we walk away.
Say that, we love that part.
And we eat them. That's so
We love
good.
that
And
part.
when we walk
But
out,
it's
they go,
not
"Who was
promoting."
that guy?"
No.
But it is part of a show that I've done for a long time called Flavors of New York.
Right.
And so go ahead with what you're saying.
I forgot.
Oh yeah, forget it. She's forgot. She forgot.
She forgot.
Cock for kickles.
How we got our guests?
Oh, so we try to do it at least once a week, and he's got stuff going on. I know different people. He knows different people, and it's wonderful because he'll get like Alan to come and cook for us. And tomorrow, I can't wait. We're gonna have what are we having? We're
He's a
having
chef. We're having
chopped cheese.
all
like
kinds of
meat.
different chopped
Woo!
cheese meals.
I had a chopped cheese for the first time, like between us, because it's white people and nobody's gonna judge me.
I never knew from this before. I just.
I literally had it for the first time, like last month. Like let's not make it a big deal, but let's tell everyone I've had it my whole life.
But my mother used to call it something else.
I haven't had it. What are
We
you
used to call
talking
it
about?
something
It's a chopped up hamburger and it tastes freaking delicious.
Because
Yes.
it's
Wow.
all oil and shit.
But where has it been my whole life? I know. Look at the look at the Gagootz. The Gagootz are like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so
It's like,
Is it a smash
we have
burger?
music. We have. This is what I said. If you were gonna describe our show, laughter, liquor, and comedy, and laughter, liquor, and what was the other thing I said?
our
And food. Laughter, liquor, and food. Is that a fucking great show?
that's a great
The
show.
producer
And who's
said
the
it's
producer?
a show. It's a show and a party, and that's what the whole thing. Which is what
A
this is right now.
schmarty. It's a schmarty.
But that's how we try to do
How
it.
long is your show?
It's a
We don't
schmarty.
have a chef, but now we have to
It's
get
short. I mean, we don't really have a length yet.
Come
but
on
no,
over.
you know, we want to make it 20 minutes. People can't watch stuff online too long. You know.
Oh, is that what it is?
The
So
people do
short.
not. They don't have. Listen, you can't even get her to answer the phone. Are you kidding?
There it is.
It always comes back to Nance not answering the phone.
I was like, what kind of person doesn't answer the phone? Nancy is working with comedians. Oh, well, that's why.
No, listen. Nancy will
I'm a
look at
texter.
when somebody calls. Anyone who calls,
We
she
know
looks
that.
and she knows how long this conversation is gonna be.
Do I
So
have
it's like
that
Janice,
kind of time?
it's gonna be at least a fucking hour.
But
with
I'm
Janice.
not like that. People think that I'm really quick. What's going on? What do I mean by? We're eating good. I'll be there with my good bra on.
So Nancy looks. Nancy's like, "Oh, Benny. All right, then what? What the fuck you want?"
It's fast.
And
Get it out.
and
Get
it's
it
like,
out.
And I could just
Yeah.
hear Betty go, answer her phone. I like Janice. Answer the phone, Nancy. I don't want to talk for an hour. I gotta watch my show.
Oh my God, you're so fucking right. Because there was one time that you called me and I was watching something and he goes, you gotta answer, it's Janice for God's sake.
I'm watching my show.
I'm watching your show. Call it back. I'll text it tomorrow.
You can't come in between a woman and her shows. I gotta
right.
tell
But
you.
I know Nancy. I don't like Nancy and I like we've met each other, we've hung out, but we didn't grow up with each other, and I still know her.
Yeah, we
you know
do.
what I'm saying? I know the type.
What part of Long Island did you grow up in?
The type.
North
She's
Merrick
so
wasn't my
Oh,
fault.
Merrick. Okay. So
North Merrick.
North
And
Merrick,
she
sorry.
was a hairdresser and I was a
No,
hairdresser.
I did nails, but I passed.
But I
it
did
out
nails
to
too.
Right, of course.
Yes.
On
and we
Merrick
have a
Road
lot-
in Belmore, I did
Yeah.
everything.
But you guys met in comedy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's interesting. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is such a great manifestation of like why comedy relationships matter, right? I think a lot
As
of the
long
time,
as you don't ask her to talk on the phone, she's fine. and he wakes up every once in a while and goes, I'm with her.
You know what? Like, I was working at the time, so I was getting up at 4:30. So you'd like,
I hate that four-letter word work.
oh,
I know, me
God,
too.
it's horrible.
So you'd call at like 10 o'clock and leave a message though. hey, Bubby, you know, I had a good time on the show. Yeah.
Oh, Bubby.
Bubby, he's definitely a Bubby. He definitely calls him Bubby.
Hey, Bubby, I had a
It's
great
like, you
time.
know,
Call me if you can, Bubby. And I'm like, it's 10 o'clock at night. I got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Well,
But,
I didn't ask you for your schedule. Maybe next time I should ask you for your schedule. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
So wait, if you guys have a comedian on your show, do you have a comedian do like live stand-up there?
No.
No.
Well, hold
What
on.
are you,
You
crazy?
said that, but we literally have 2 tomorrow, and that is the plan, that we get one of them to try to do 5 minutes. Again, because it's just...
I didn't know.
Well, yeah, you didn't know that. That's a surprise. But again, because
Watch
the
out.
beauty is we can cut it. If we
The
don't
beauty
like
is
it,
if
we
you
just
don't
cut
laugh,
it.
I'm going to be sitting like this.
We just cut them. We just
Well,
cut them.
who are your guests for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow it's Madison Malloy and Jacob Williams. Jacob Williams.
I know
and,
Madison Malloy for
Yeah,
some reason.
Madison Malloy is a great, really good comic, and she does a lot of life coach stuff, and she has a couple books. And this guy Jacob Williams has a big following on. What's he on? Which
He's been on. I know him through Wild Now with my friend.
Yeah,
you know,
TV.
with what's his name, Nick Cannon. My friend Rip Michaels.
Oh yeah.
I did his special at the Apollo that day. He goes, "You're hosting," you know that, and I go, "No, I didn't know I was hosting."
But knowing you,
I
you already
killed
got
it.
it.
I had
Yeah,
them all saying "Oy vey." Okay,
But
I
if you-
just, if I'm gonna die tomorrow, I came out with a bright pink Barbie doll fur coat
It's on YouTube, right?
somewhere
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Because I saw it.
for old people. So.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
phenomenal.
And you still do
But at the
Broadway,
Apollo.
right?
I'm not a Broadway anymore.
Okay. Okay. So because I saw a flyer. What was it?
That's at his apartment. I'm still doing
Oh, so you do your mic at his apartment?
Yeah. On Mondays. Mondays with Massetti.
Oh my God, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
you moved up. So now you guys have you done one yet in his
that. I've been
apartment?
doing it for a while.
Yeah.
How does it work out with the
It's
comedians?
working out. I mean, I think that I love doing the talk show.
Yeah.
But I've realized this. There are a lot of micers these days that their whole socialization, for real, is just going to mics. They don't necessarily perform real. They go to mics every day of the week. That's how they socialize. A lot of them do. Some of them do perform. So I went from being at a club on stage to $1.5 million apartment,
Yeah.
which I have a mic set up and everything is set
That's
up.
awesome.
And
You would think it
wait,
was
wait,
awesome.
and the thing that's the best, if you don't like the comics, you can watch people in the hotel fucking across the way.
Oh my God!
That's the truth.
So talk about getting your $5
Right.
It's only $5, folks.
But the
Mondays
comics
with Massetti.
come to the thing because a lot of the comics, if they don't have like a club, they don't want to go.
Yep. They want to
It's
see that.
very
it's a
weird. They
club.
want to see themselves
They don't
on a stage,
care.
which I understand, but you've already done that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why don't you go for the knowledge? That's the part
So
I
how
understand.
much room do you have to have an audience?
A lot,
Well,
apartment.
you could. I mean, I would.
like
Listen.
20
The
people.
truth is, you could get 20 in there, and I would be happy for. I want
20
more people
people.
for, because I want to say this. This is the truth about Janice is when I would go to her mics, her open mics. With
He
these,
was taping.
all these comics. Yeah, but first I wasn't. The best part about the mic was these young men doing their bits,
And women.
Janice. And
Yelling
women,
from the
rarely
back.
women, but yes, you're right, women and
Mostly
men.
men,
But mostly
couple
men.
girls.
It's mostly men at these open mics because a woman, it's scary. All these guys talking about, whatever it is they talk about.
Penises.
But exactly, and she going over the top on any joke where she could find something funny or
Because I
whatever.
would tell them that's a funnier word. If you want to take it, if you
She
don't,
would
it's
help
okay.
them. She would help them. She would sometimes
But I
insult
scream
them.
it out. We're not going to have a feedback mic for $5 that I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you about your whole rip apart your whole
But when
because you're so important.
When I would see this, I go, Janice, the show is you.
Me
talking
giving
to
them
these
feedback
people.
through the whole
because
thing.
it's so good for me. It was so
They'd be
fun.
laughing. People would just come.
Oh, you'd be like in the crowd and
I'm in the crowd about to go up and do my 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but the best part was just sitting
you
there
don't even
watching
go
these
up on
people,
stage,
and
right?
then all of a sudden you
At
hear
the
Janice in the
beginning,
back
I
go,
introduced
whatever
it.
she said, and it was
And I call
funny
from
most
the back.
of the time, but whatever.
I call from the back. Next, I
Yeah.
tell you. I go up at the beginning. I tell them it's my favorite day of the week, which
Yeah.
I should have never done because they screwed me over because
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it. And then I sit in the back. I go, if you don't want me to say nothing, don't. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta be honest. I'm not trying to. Trust me, I don't blow my own horn at all. I don't even know where the horn is. But I will tell you, a lot of people who really wanted like a breakdown class fast,
Yeah.
you know,
to learn.
if they came to the mic, their set was pretty damn good.
Yeah. You
Because
learn.
they listen, they
Yeah.
want to learn. And I understand they all talk amongst themselves. It's like baseball. You could talk about baseball for hours, basketball for hours, sports for hours.
Yep.
But guess what? Until you're up there doing it,
Yeah.
and feeling out what's going on in the room. It's not always just your act. You got to be ready for everything.
Yeah.
Bless you, I'm the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready for everything. And it's like, just like, listen, I've done a lot of urban shows. I've done every color show there is. I don't give a shit. If you can make other people that don't even speak your language laugh.
Yeah,
you're doing something right.
But I have an this might be a tough question, and if you don't want to answer,
Go right
totally
ahead.
fine. But like,
Call me Miss Janice.
Miss Janice, if you're nasty. No, but I'm saying like,
that's
because
right.
you guys have both been in comedy for so long.
Yep.
What do you think like about like young comedians getting into like really focusing on getting past at these clubs?
See, I'm gonna tell you something, which I tell all my kids. Okay, you don't always have to go through the front door. A lot of people these days, 99% of the people at the clubs, for real, are doing privately produced shows, which I don't understand why they don't help you promote the show, because every penny goes into your till. So they go, no, we're not promoting it. You have to promote it. That's great. So you fill the room. You have to do everything. With me, I'm from theater. People in my business were much more generous. I'll tell you why. Because you'd be standing with a light and you're doing your solo song. If they didn't like you, they'd fuck up your light. If they didn't like you, they'll fuck up your costume and put pins in it. So you don't want any of this shit happening, okay? You want everybody, the band, there's 70 people working. You want to make sure everybody's together. Comedy is a very selfish fucking business.
Very selfish.
Okay?
Very selfish.
Very self-centered, okay? I'm not that way. And maybe that's why I'm not where I wanted to be, because I'm more of an actress. I'll be on a sitcom. I'll do a talk show. I don't give a shit. But just doing stand-up for the rest of my life, I'd kill myself. I would kill myself. I'm not kidding out there. I'd kill myself. Because you can make a living. I was telling this on the train. You can make a straight-up living, but you're going to be chasing your fucking money for the rest of... Well, the mortgages do. I got to take that gig for 3 hours away for $250 on Saturday. You know what I mean? It's like you're going to be chasing. The people that are successful, they're going to pay thousands for a gig. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're doing like humongous arenas. They don't have to worry about who's coming. It's sold out before it even goes up. That's amazing. But, you know, you got to find your niche. And I'll tell you something. It's like, I feel bad for some of these kids because you can work at every single club. And I'm the first one to tell you, you could go to every club. As long as you bring your 5 people, they'll let you perform.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. Have them buy 2 drinks. And you know what? It may not be your style to do a bringer show. But guess what? In life, you're all fucking bringers. Because if nobody's sitting in the audience, nobody gives a flying fuck about your goddamn tape. No offense. Okay? You can look at your own shit for hours. I don't look at shit. I hate looking at myself.
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
But other than that, how are you?
Yeah, other than that, how are you?
That's
you know what I'm saying? So it's a different world. And I feel sorry for some of these kids. Because they'll go with each other all around. They'll talk about the same shit.
Yep.
And you're not helping all the time. Some of them get help. Some of them don't. Some people hang out with the same open micers every day. And that's fine. But what are you learning? You're talking about sports. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel bad because from my generation, a lot of people didn't make it.
Right.
A lot of them died of an overdose. A lot.
Wow.
They got off the shit and then they went back on to what they were doing and then it killed them.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So my generation, there's a lot of them gone. So I say if I'm still here, I got to be proud of that. Like I got to be proud of something.
Yeah.
Plus I get my husband's, you know, pension.
We love that. We love that, Jesus.
But I'd rather have him. It's not a lot.
Let me get a husband. And then,
Right, Ron, what do you have to say?
No, just that Janice is an amazing mentor to comedians, especially, you know, and they don't know what...
To performers.
A lot of times they don't even know that they need that. A lot of people don't, you know. I definitely had none, you know, ever, really. And so to see that and see these young people, you know, if they're going to listen or not listen to her, there's so much wisdom and knowledge. She's not talking out of her ass. She's not talking from bitterness, which is a lot of older us people do, you know.
Bitter and twisted.
She just sucks the reality of what it really is because of all the being pounded. And so the smart ones will stick around or will listen.
Where did you start? Where was your start?
Mostly Broadway because I
was at Gladys's room in a fish joint, okay? With Al Martin across the street.
Mm-hmm.
That I had to go over to him and say, Al, we are not competition, okay? At all. And then they became friendly. Because it was like, oh, yeah, recording. You know, people get like that because it's territorial, because you spend money, you open up your business, and everybody wants to be the only one. And thank God that we all helped each other because, I don't know, there's so many evil. There's so much evil in the world today.
Right
so
now,
much
it's
evil.
very
and
sad.
I just feel like gay, straight, bi, tri, quad, who gives a flying fuck?
Right, 100%.
Right.
You know, love is love, funny is funny. Like, I don't give a shit about people's color, about where they're from. I look at it this way. if you can laugh with me, we're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Talk about the misery tour. I got rave reviews for the misery tour. I was fabulous.
Stand up is a lot of misery in the routines and listening to people. It can affect you in a really bad way. I mean, I know it did me for a long time. You don't even know what's going on because you get better as a writer, and a lot of a lot of times the darkness does help in making things
But
funny.
make it funny. Don't make it
funny.
morbid.
But sometimes just too much darkness.
But what made you take that break? Because before she pulled you back in, what was that point where you were like, or was it a show where you were just like, I'm done?
That's exactly what happened in L.A. And I'm not done because I'm performing tomorrow, Thursday night at the Producers Club.
All right now.
At 9 o'clock.
He ain't never done, goddamn.
All right, but it did happen. I was in LA
So, like,
and I was
this
listening to
age.
I was listening to LA comics, and it's not because they were from LA. I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. I haven't gotten better enough to get to the next level, and I'm with these people, and I can't even listen to another person. I don't want to hear another word coming through that microphone from a person anymore. I'm done with this game.
But from an
and
animal.
How hard it was, and how hard it is. So I have
It is.
nothing but respect for comedians
Yeah.
and what they have to do. But at the same time, and I learned the total darkness of what it is. I mean, I learned to a degree without having to go to certain places I've heard.
But you didn't always just see. The thing is, what I love about myself, the only thing I love is I'm not just a stand-up. Stand-up was the last thing I got into. You know, if I'm not having a good set or I don't feel like they're driving me, I'll start singing something I think that you can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it going. Like I'm
You don't stay with.
You know what I mean? Because you got. I always tell
routine.
people,
She goes off the routine.
read your room. Sometimes your act is not what they want to hear.
Yep.
Right.
Sometimes it's bingo. B9. You know.
But you gotta have the courage to do what she's saying.
alleviate,
The
yeah.
courage, like, I can be funny without these bits that I've written and I know.
Yeah,
work.
some people are so stuck on their set.
Exactly.
It's like it actually is a hindrance to them.
No, anyway,
There's
Janet.
a lot of people like that.
Janet, seriously.
Go ahead, Gagootz. Get it out, OG. Go good. Go ahead.
Try saying seriously, not Janet. Jesus Christ. No.
I'm
What
a very
about
serious
what
person.
about like okay, now sometimes the room it's a good crowd and they're laughing at everybody and then you go up and you do a bit that's been a killer bit. You do stuff that's killer material and you're not getting a peep out of them.
So I'll tell
never
them, you
happened.
didn't laugh at that? I thought that's hilarious.
I can't believe that would have ever happened to her.
No, it's happened to us. It's
Because
happened to
when
me.
Yeah, it's happened to me
When
definitely.
you
Yeah.
did last year, the year before, when you guys, when was your
Like
show?
2 years ago we did.
Yeah,
When you
ago.
used to have me on the shows.
I haven't had anything.
My friends at Governors, I had 2 tables of my friends. When you went on, they just it said
You
she
were on that
comes
show
back,
when I
we
went
want-
Yeah.
Oh,
we
that's
want
no
to
doubt,
see
no
it.
doubt. Oh,
Because
she lights it up.
Yeah.
They
lights
just
it up.
loved it.
Yeah.
She
Loved
lights it up.
I
Loved
went to
it.
go. I'm going to tell a funny story. I'm not giving any names. I went to a club one night to support one of my comics. Okay, who did a lot of graphics for me and stuff. You should not drink like you get fish before you go up. I mean, listen, I smoke. Everybody has their thing, but there's always a time and place because when you're performing, trying to pass or get free show, they promised this kid you'd be playing here, but he wasn't a kid playing all these places. And after I found out, none of these people played anywhere. It was like, but you were on that show that night, and I felt like screaming out, Medzi, you fucking killed, this guy did shitty, he was so horrible, don't judge me on who I came to support. I bought diet soda.
No, but you know what? I want to just piggyback off of that. You know, it's so interesting because
Was that a different show?
Yeah.
yeah, no, I smoke weed. I smoke weed.
No.
I know, right? A little bit, a little bit. Just
Tell-
stick the hand up.
I couldn't tell till you said that.
No, I don't smoke. I don't smoke during the
Yeah,
day,
the
and I
hand
don't
is
smoke
give it
before
away.
shows because
Okay, yeah,
I did a show at the.
Because it's a false sense of self.
And honestly, I went on stage
Isn't
and
that
I
what
went.
we're saying?
Let it talk.
I am, I'm just filling it in.
No, but yeah, no, and I, you know what? I'm a physical comic. So when I went on, I was on like the stage. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do great. But I was so high, I switched my material last second because I was like, this is gonna be great.
You still did better than him.
But I'm physical, so I like went down and I'm like coming up to punch my nephew in the stomach. It's a good joke. And they didn't laugh. And like I was so high, like I actually stood back for a second and like, so now I'm like, if I love it, and I say it to other comedians, like if you love this, like wait till after the smoke, wait till
Well,
after the
also,
drink.
I tell
Amen,
people all the time,
amen.
Yeah.
if you go to your day job fucked up and drinking and smoking, I guess some people do, but if you get written up, there goes your job.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Exactly.
some things like, listen, I know comics back in the day, oh my God, they do a shot, they do a line, they do a smoke. I'm like, how the fuck do you remember your act? Like,
Right.
I can't
Right.
remember.
Crazy.
I can't remember who the fuck I am if I did all that. Like, who'd I sleep with? I don't know. Check the sheets.
And at that point, are you even able to actually go on stage sober if you don't have all those things?
I've seen people go down like the Titanic, and I've seen people that never go on sober. And I think if I did see them sober, it wouldn't work for them.
That's amazing.
It's weird. Everybody's
some
got
of those
their shit,
people,
but they know themselves. They know that they're die hard. They've been doing it a long time. But these kids coming up today, a lot of them think I could be just like him. I could be like him. No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't. He's been drinking and smoking since he's in the fucking womb.
But some of those people that can drink and go up and everything, they do reach where it catches up with them.
Well,
Most
look
of them.
at
You would think
look
so.
at some people that died. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
It would-
giving any
it could be
names.
so.
A lot of people.
Even
I used
like-
to do a show with them. Comes in. He's supposed to do 45 minutes, an hour and a half. I'm like, do some more shenanigans. How you doing? How many hours I gotta sit
Yeah.
here?
People think I'm on crack when I go on the stage, but I'm happy that it's like a natural crack, not real crack.
That's great.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
to come down
a
on
lot
crack
of
ain't
energy.
fun.
Yeah.
And
And
you
like
gotta
the-
say, the only crack I have is in my ass. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I call
You-
it controlled crazy. Controlled
Yeah.
crazy. It's great to be crazy when you're on stage, as long as it's not you're crazy, but you're controlled. Like you're acting crazy, but you know what you're doing, and they think this person's nuts.
Well, it's
And
like Michael
that's a
Richards.
good crazy. But then there's other comedians we've seen, and I'm not mentioning names, that are unbelievable. They're crushing out there, and then they do a major nosedive, and it's because they don't know that they really are crazy. And I'm serious. And
No,
I've seen
that's
them.
so true.
I've seen them kill and bomb in the same set, and I'm like, I've never seen it before. I saw it with a couple people, and I was like, they don't know that they're nuts, and
And
so
it's
it's
funny,
unfortunate, it's sad.
Because when he's
Probably
working on a
drugs.
film,
Most
he's
of them
working
are
with,
dead now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any ballistics yet, but
Yeah.
we were reading for a film one day, and I helped out, right? And the director's there, he's there, and some people I knew, some people I didn't know. And I like know what's up, because I've been on both sides. I've been like where I'm the lead in Broadway, and then I have to see who they're casting for the other scene. I mean, and I'm saying to myself, with the people I knew, I was shocked. Because I know them as what they do, acts. Most of them are comics. I was shocked that they didn't like give it anything. Like, you're reading from a fucking script.
Act.
Yeah.
Act, this ain't comedy, stand up where, okay, where's the joke? But a bump.
Right.
Right.
It's like, give me something.
I
I'm
know.
sitting there like, oh my God. And I'm on set with them reading, and I'm just like, when is this over?
Right.
Because comedy is acting. I mean, you are acting on stage.
But a lot of
It's
comics
different.
aren't
But you're
actors.
writing your own. You're
right.
writing your own
Yeah.
dialogue. You're
You know?
writing your own monologue, basically. So you're right. I do because I'm an actor, and I've done both. And I'm an okay comedian. I'm a way better actor, but I've done enough stand up to say, you know what, this is just like acting, except you're writing your own stuff.
Right.
You're doing your delivery as your own thing as
That's
well.
what I say about
But-
stripping.
There's a problem with
Not so
when you
good at it.
when you perform stand up though, you're acting by yourself. You're doing your own thing. So
You and the audience.
I found that some stand up guys can't do improv. They
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Well, I
because
call it crowd
because
work.
they're
They
in their
can't
own-
do anything that's outside
crowd
their
They're in
act.
their own head.
Yeah.
That's crowd work.
And
I actually read. No, I was talking to a comedian. He was like, "Well, my crowd work is calculated. Like, I know, like when I give them a question, I know the outcome of both answers. And I'm like, my questions come like,
What about
on
they
my
don't answer
mind.
him?
Yeah, my mind. I couldn't
So,
even
yeah, how's your
calculate
crowd
that.
work?
My crowd work, I love. Listen, I've been told some of the hardest comics I know. You're the best fucking host I've ever had in my life. I host a lot.
She's
a
a
lot.
big host too.
But I
That's
feel
what
like
was
I
spoken
jerk
about
them off, you get the nut. A good host jerks
Yeah.
them off so you come. I'm not gonna come, but you can come. Okay, I'm
That is
What
a
a-
good
honest.
That's
That
a
is
great-
very true.
What a metaphor right there.
I'm
right?
being
that
honest.
great?
My
That's a great
father
one.
taught health and phys ed, so I have to talk about everything sexual. Okay. So when I look at the crowd, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna warm you up. I'm gonna warm you up, and we're gonna all get to know each other. I walked in. I'll never forget this long as I live. I did a black club. My friend, it was his first time working with me. He goes, "You knew everybody at this club." I said, "I did not know one person. I did not know one person." By the end of the night, I probably knew everybody, and they knew my name. I'm very bad with names. I didn't know their
Oh, I'm
names.
so bad with names.
I am too.
And they didn't give me food to take home, which I was pissed.
You said they gave you?
They didn't.
Come on.
Oh God damn.
But you know what I'm saying?
Black people are pretty good with that.
You know what I'm
They always
saying?
give
But
you
it's
good
like,
food.
it's a certain, I'm not blowing smoke up my ass. I also know I'm not a bikini model. You know? But I'm saying, like, if you can work a room and start talking to people, it's more than just comedy.
Yep.
You find out so much about people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're their relief. You know, forget about just what you're doing is funny. How about this one has a kid who has cancer and they're getting chemo every week, and this is the first night they've been out in God knows how long. I want to take you away from your shit, and now you're gonna listen to my shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the beautiful side of stand-up, which is very real, very real.
And if I could do that, if I could make you feel like I took you out of yourself, then I did my job.
That's great. No, because there are some comedians
They don't
that
give a shit.
Some comedians, they've got this act, they've got this. They have to go by a strict act, and if you're not laughing, I've heard some people say, "I don't know why you're not laughing. This is killer stuff."
But you know what I've noticed also about comics?
That's me. I thought you were talking about me. Okay. Sorry.
You know what else I noticed? And I wanted to say something the other night to somebody. Listen, we're playing in front of a basketball game, and I get it, you know? But you can't keep beating up the fucking audience that's listening to you. Stop beating them up saying, well, there's a game in front. We already know there's a game in front. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay? How many times are you going to keep saying the same fucking thing? It's
And
boring
then comedian
already.
after comedian says the
Just
same
shut the
thing.
fuck up and do what you... And now, you know what happened? Now, they don't like you. They don't like you.
Right.
And I just worked my ass off to try to get them to open up so you could slide right the fuck in.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
we're down
But no,
to 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
Oh, this
2
goes so
minutes.
fast.
I know, this is so fun. You guys are
Great.
awesome.
Wow, time flew. That was amazing.
So what do you guys have coming up?
All right, I have a movie that I'm going to be shooting this summer. It's called I Killed Last Night.
Ah, cool.
It's about a serial killing comedian killing comedians.
Yeah.
It's a real
Can I be one of the comedians he kills? No, I'm playing.
We
Can
don't.
we do that? Can we do
yes.
that, Janet?
I because I'm black.
You need
That's
somebody
why.
skinny.
You'd
Fuck
be great.
the black.
Okay,
No,
I am not skinny. If I stand up, I have a
Oh
a
my
very
God!
big ass.
Compared to the moose, you're
She's in
skinny.
a couple
I got a
of
very
movies.
big ass.
I'm sure she is. Very photogenic and
Yep.
great personality. But I'm
Yes.
saying that's what I'm doing. Shooting I Killed Last Night about a serial killing comedian killing comedians. I wrote it with comedians years ago. It's ready to go. And then aside from that, I'll be doing stand-up gigs Thursday night at the Producers Club. Otherwise, I'll be doing Fakak with her every Wednesday.
Forgot about it.
Now, for cock, it's
Forgot.
it's filmed.
I like it.
No, wait.
I like anything with the word cock.
Yeah.
Listen, you film it, but you don't air it on Wednesday.
No, we edit it. We edit it.
You edit
'Cause we gotta
it.
edit out the boring
there's
people.
neurotic people. We gotta fucking
We
edit
got
this
boring
shit.
people
We
on our
don't
show.
edit.
Yeah, you guys don't edit, but we
don't
got
edit.
a lot of boring
We're live.
people. We got to get rid of
We're
that.
dead. We're
You're
dead.
dead. You're a dead show. Listen. So, do you show it on a particular day? Like if you shoot it on Wednesday?
We haven't gone that far yet.
We're not that advanced.
Follow me on social media. and
Follow
I'll keep
Nancy.
you-
So
Follow
we're gonna have them
Nancy.
on too when they come in a train.
All right. And what do you have
Nancy
going?
and Betty.
On Monday, I'm going to be at Havana.
There it is.
Imagine
Nice.
show. Monday night, I think about 9 o'clock. What else? I got my mic on Monday.
Every Monday,
what
go to her
else?
mic and learn something.
I just did a show. I'm all over the place, of course, shit. And then I got to clean my apartment.
On top of all that.
And Nancy
Come
put
on to my
together
house, in my house.
you
Right.
put together a page for her, right? A Facebook page.
She used to until she
No.
had all these
I
comics
lost
and
it.
Meshuggah.
Yeah, I stopped doing.
I know why, Nancy. I don't pick up the phone anymore. I will never talk to a comic on the phone ever again. I made my son a comic, so he'll take care of everything. I can't anymore.
All
And
right,
I have a
speaking
show
of
in
our
Brooklyn,
son,
so I didn't send it.
We're
but it's
gonna
okay.
put
Fine.
Brooklyn.
put the flyer
Yes.
up of Ryan. Look, right there.
Yay!
It's called You Paid for This.
And I'm going to be on in August.
August
Yeah.
1st.
Wait, and I have a show tomorrow. Thursday. I lied. Thursday in Brooklyn at 1038 North Street Avenue.
Yeah.
You gotta send us.
It's called. I know. I was supposed to, but I smoke a lot of weed at night.
All right, don't tell
Love
me.
you
They'll
guys.
come and rob us.
All right, guys.
Rob us of the
We
weed.
will be back.
Good.
in-
Wait, shit, we got
Nick's in the
Good.
5. Is it the 5? Nick's in the 5. Yay!
Ron.
We'll see you in.
The S card.
Next